Okay, we can begin finally. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It has been a few weeks since we've played Genshin, and a lot has happened since. I am sad to be informed that several VA have left us, and I will be missing them, regardless of the circumstances of which they have left. That will be the be-all, end-all of that topic. My thoughts and feelings of it have been expressed in detail on Discord, as well as on videos on my channel. So, I guess we'll start off on a sour note by bringing that up. In lighter news, but still kind of sad, Worlds Beyond is out. We played a lot about that on stream yesterday. I'm about halfway done editing it, so that it'll be for YouTube. I figured I'd cut out the segment of the stream where I forced everyone in chat to read the terms and conditions and agreement. But for the most part, I love the game. I feel like the game balance is a little bit too weighted currently towards legendary cards, and legendary cards are easier to obtain than they were, arguably, in Shadowverse Original, but you only have the one way to do it. And I'm a little bit bummed that the pack cost has been raised to 500, but I think we can save that rant for a video. Maybe I'll make a video response to my feelings or opinions or review of Shadowverse. It's been a while since we did a review on my channel, so maybe we'll do that. But anyway, here's the 5.7 update. Alright. Look at all those red icons. Oh boy. As always, we'll start with new features. Oh, they brought back Traveler's Tales? Gilded Chapter. 40 days remaining. A new day in Teyvat is about to begin. As you set off on your journey once more, pay attention to the whisper on the wind. Perhaps the breeze might bring you tidings from your friends. Seek out anecdotes from character markers on the map. And how many of these? There's 16? That looks like more than 16 characters. Nope, it's 4x4. That's 16. And there's probably going to be like 3 of each, like last time. Possibly. So what's 16 times 3? That's like 48, I think? I could be misremembering that. Crystallina chapter. Test run. Space and time for you. I actually haven't watched the special program or the version update trailer, so I will be spoiler free for this playthrough. And I would ask that anybody who is going to be making comments, we might actually be in sub-only mode. I could check. Are we in sub-only mode? We're in shield mode. I could go... Yeah, we're not in sub-only mode. Yeah, I'll leave it open. Only verified Twitch users can chat in here right now anyway, so... A lot of people don't link their... don't like linking Twitch. A lot of my friends watch me just like on retroactively, or they watch my VODs. They don't actually watch my streams live. Because, admittedly, these VODs are sometimes 2 to 4 hours long, and I'll usually edit them down to less than that. Getting a lot of the filler out of the way. And we have new Envisioned Echoes, Raiden Shogun, and Shenhe. Cool. I still need to finish the Kaching one. Actually, I haven't really seen who's been cast. Kaylee Mills and Anonymous.
I am Kuching, Yuhung of the Liga Chising. We live in an era of change, as the old order that has existed for 1,000 years is about... Let's finish this quickly.
Alright, so that doesn't matter. Was she on the list of, Traveler's Tales? She was last time. She is not. So unless she shows up in somebody else's, I don't expect her to be here. I was told she was recast, though. Here we go. A space and time for you. The key that unlocks fate. Oh, we're actually doing this in Natlan, huh? I figured we would be doing the Interlude Dainsleif quest in Fontaine, since we haven't done a Let's Explore Fontaine with Dainsleif yet. I'm assuming this is the Dane quest. I should have probably read that quest description. That probably would have been a good idea. Let's do that real quick. Unless it throws us straight into a cutscene out of this teleport warp. When I sat down at my desk, I saw a spider behind my monitor. I hit it with the spray bottle, so it might be really angry.
If someone
but I haven't seen it since, so
that's their problem.
Hopefully we don't have to deal with that anymore. Oh, right, we're gonna head to the Collective of Plenty. Near the Collective of Plenty, you agree to help Yansan conduct a patrol. However, you stumble upon something completely unexpected. I didn't even realize that we warped to the Collective of Plenty. For some reason, I thought we warped to right here on the map. I kind of forgot how short Yansan was.
Oh, Tumini and Paimon. Fancy that.
I forgot that we were called Tumini.
Oh hey, Coach Yansan! What are you doing here all by yourself?
That's very similar to the previous performance.
Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now.
I mean, it's never too early for that, Paimon.
Alright, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do.
Boy, does the fanon have a different way of interpreting that.
That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good.
I think this whole catastrophe with the voice actors thing has really made me upset with the Genshin community as a whole. The fact that they were willing to turn on voice actors that wanted more out of the game from what the developers was giving them, so quickly they turned on them, and it's so sad. Yeah, did some of them act out of line? Sure. But that's something that I feel like a public apology could have done a lot for. But, long story short, I agree with a lot of what was going on. A work refusal to me is a work refusal, and if people want to refuse work to hope to get something out of it, that's their prerogative, and I wish them the best luck in that. The community and the people playing the game have no say in that. It's between the employer and the employee how that gets settled. And everybody backing the billion-dollar company, I don't have any respect for that. And I hope you all feel ashamed. Because you all are acting like bullies. Anywho, let's get the bummer mood going away. I would like to continue the story that I actually enjoy. Rather than training, that sounds more like helping you out.
Yeah, all jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols.
Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
I guess.
I'm good. For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at the last minute does next to nothing for you.
Especially if you're going to plateau.
But more pertinently, well, as you can probably imagine, I'm not able to compete in any of the most popular weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class.
What is your weight class?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lightweight? Super lightweight? Uh-oh, she's eyeing up Paimon.
Oh no. Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you.
It's gonna take some time to get into this role.
Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, alright? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition.
How much can you lift anyway, Paimon? I'm actually really curious. In case if I fall from the great height reasons.
Perfect. I managed to get you on board with just one look.
Alright, I'll do it for you, Paimon. Alright, Coach, we'll help you out.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep your eyes peeled and make sure nothing strange is going on in the area.
Define nothing strange.
That'll free me up to check the other section. Let's meet back at the settlement when we're both done.
We're not gonna see you for like 2.5 hours, are we?
Sure thing. Just leave it to us. We're experts at strolling and patrolling. Don't you worry.
No, we're not, Paimon. Well, maybe one of those two things. So I wouldn't say we're experts at strolling. Patrol the area near the Collective of Plenty. We're going this way, huh?
The wind rises.
Man, I love the theme of the Collective of Plenty. I miss it so much. Has it been added to the OST yet? I would assume it has by now. Oh, we gotta go up here.
Behold!
What's this?
There's a
Is there
cave.
always a cave here?
I don't know,
should
maybe a
go take a
volcanic
look,
rock
right?
hit it open.
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Is it sleeping? Doesn't look very hostile.
It's a nice painting on the wall next to it. And it's got a nice little nest that reminds me of, the Chasm Quest. What was it, Echoes of the Deep?
Why is it hiding away here? Ah! You woke it up! Huh?
It's
away.
running away.
Oh, yes, our reputation in Natlan is more fearsome than we thought. Even hilichurls don't want to mess with us now.
There's an Intivat on the ground next to it, wasn't there?
You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off.
Oh, that's the club. And then there's the shiny thing.
Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure.
What are they,
Probably planted to
crows?
hide it here for safekeeping. Until we showed up.
Are hilichurls bird people now? Is that what we're trying to take away?
Let Paimon take a look. Hilichurls aren't the brightest, so it might not be worth much, but still.
Uh-oh. I don't like the look of it, Aether's face there.
What is it?
You recognize it,
looks
don't
so
you?
serious all of a sudden. Isn't this just a regular old key? The style is unusual, though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
This is the key to the hibernation chamber on the spaceship. You have a spaceship, Aether? I thought y'all just flew with wings.
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber? What spaceship?
Yeah, I'm with Paimon on this one. Elaborate, please. It's been 5 years.
Wait. You mean the spaceship? The one that brought you to Teyvat?
Cool. Where has it been for the last 500 years, and why are we only just now learning about it? That's the one.
So, how did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
No, I still have mine. Where? Show it to me in my inventory. I've always made sure to keep it safe and sound.
Whoa! Yeah! These look identical! So, if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is...
There's only 2 of these. One belongs to me and the other to my sister.
Knew it! Huh! The keys to a spaceship! Huh!
A hibernation
Really
chamber on a
reinforce the fact
spaceship.
that you really are an actual alien. Oh, wait, no. Descender.
Both can be true, Paimon. Both can be true.
But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is, how did it get here? The simplest explanation is that your sister lost her key somewhere not far from here. Then that hilichurl found it and ducked into the nearest cave to hide it.
But for what reason?
If that's true, it means your sister was here recently.
Well, actually, I don't know how durable those keys are. For all we know that they're like impervious to the age of time. Because if we've been in a cube for 500 years in stasis, I can understand why our key doesn't age. But if she's been wandering around here for like 500 years, wouldn't her key age? Wouldn't it get, like, rusty? And by extension, the Abyss Order was probably here as well.
Yeah. Man, this is so crazy. We only agreed to help with the Ansan's patrol on a whim. And now we've made this bombshell discovery and found a huge lead on your sister. Should we keep following this trail while it's hot? Or do you think we should check back in with the Ansan?
I think we should check back in with the Yansan, because if we don't, we're not going to see a Yansan again for the rest of this entire mission.
Ah, there you are.
Or
Looks
not,
like
never
you went
mind.
the extra mile today. Thanks for being so diligent.
Hey, Yansan, has this cave always been here?
Oh, hey, Ansan, what's up? Didn't think we'd see you again till we headed back to the settlement.
Same.
We were actually just about to go meet up with you. We've made a huge discovery today.
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled, so the usual squad will be resuming their normal duties. They'll be here to take over shortly.
That's kind of sad. Why is it canceled?
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
Thank you, Paimon.
The Abyss Order attacked.
Ah, I see.
Huh?
Didn't expect our suspicions to be confirmed so quickly. Sounds like Lumine is on the move again. I'll find a way to speak with her in person this time. I have to.
I've heard of the Abyss Order, but this is the first time I've known them to take organized action on such a large scale.
It's kind of crazy that the Abyss Order hasn't really been active in Natlan. The place that's, just been at war with the Abyss for the longest time.
It's like they're preparing to go to war against our entire nation.
I mean, the Abyss is already doing that.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off?
I don't know, Paimon. Maybe because whatever the sect that Gesoithoth was in charge of has been doing a pretty damn good job of it for the last, I don't know what, like 3,000 years?
Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act in the shadows. So, what's different about it this time?
If they're attacking out in the open, they're probably doing it as a distraction for some other purpose.
No clue. All we know is that they've attacked our tribe, but that doesn't tell us much.
Man, look at how crazy the wind is on that grass in the background.
Our defenses are holding strong so far, so I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see what Mawika knows. If there's any information out there, she's the one people report to.
I wonder if she has any interesting information about the, what's it called? The Abyss Order, because she was around 500 years ago when they formed.
Oh, want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Well, I am keen to find out more about the situation, and I can provide some information on the Abyss Order.
Great. Then let's head over together.
Chapter 5, Act 6. This is not even an interlude. This is just a chapter. I thought this would be an interlude. I probably should have read that. Yeah, Chapter 5, Act 6. Key that unlocks fate. Alright, we're going to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Oh, we're going straight to the Speaker's Chamber, it looks like. Man, I haven't been to the Speaker's Chamber in a while. Last time we were playing, we were mostly hanging out in Fontaine.
Mawika!
Oh? Ah, great timing, Ian-san. I was just about to send someone for you. And it's good to see the travelers with you.
Yep, I
How
am
are things
here.
looking? What's the latest word from the messengers?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time.
Oh,
Clearly, this is a coordinated strike.
that's not good.
Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning of it.
Really? This is the first time y'all have learned of them? They've only been around for like 500 years, so I guess that's fair. You've had your own problems.
It sounds like they're throwing everything they have at us. What are they trying to achieve?
That's what I'd like to know as well.
Then again, we also know that
Historically,
Enjo
Natlan
was
has not been
also
a hotbed of Abyss Order activity.
skulking around
We
during
have no particular quarrel
Kenichi's
with
character
them.
story. Or should I say the tribal chronicles for the people of the Canopy. I forget what their name is.
Could it be revenge, perhaps? Would they want to get back at us for our recent victory over the Abyss?
Well, the Abyss is an entity as a whole. The Abyss Order is a very specific sect of people that worship it, I guess?
Oh, seems unlikely. But then again, Paimon wouldn't put anything past the Abyss Order.
I would put a lot of things past them, actually. I think they are slightly above stealing candy from babies.
It's too early to say anything definite. For the time being, we should continue monitoring the situation.
And they do technically have a noble goal.
How are the battles going? Not too many casualties, hopefully?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time. Our brave warriors have just emerged victorious from an all-out fight against the Abyss itself.
True.
Yep. We have a whole nation's worth of seasoned veterans fighting for us.
By the way, does the Ode of Resurrection still works, right?
Compared to the true Abyss, the Abyss Order poses a far smaller threat. They cannot endlessly replenish their forces, for starters.
True. They are a finite group that you would imagine has been getting smaller and smaller.
However, this is still a war, so we must give it our all and do our utmost to minimize casualties. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak. Traveler, this is one war that Natlan can handle on its own. If you wish to stay out of it, you'll be safe here at the stadium with me.
Oh, they don't know that we've been at war with them for a while. No, this one is personal for me.
Oh? In what way?
The leader of the Abyss Order is my sister. The current leader of the Abyss Order is my sister. I just realized that we never really asked Malvika about the whereabouts of our sister, did we?
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed.
And Malvika knows what it's like to have a sister, too. I think she's the only Archon that's had a sister. Oh, wait. Sorry, A.
If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what her goal could be?
That's what I want to know as well.
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment.
Ignore the really friendly photo I have in my pocket.
Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, he's been trying to track his sister down and get some answers. But she's been avoiding him.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
I mean, they haven't really... Our stakes with the Abyss Order haven't gotten all too high lately. It was like fighting over an eye of a field tiller, and I guess there was the thingy with the stolen statue of the Seven.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin
And then there
could
was the
affect
weird
fate of
upside-down
entire
city in the
world.
Abyss.
Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
Absolutely. I might even hate the Abyss Order more than you do.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position.
That is a good worry. I'm glad that you can understand the logic of how relationships work
Our
on both
reports say
sides
that
of the
Abyss
battlefield.
Order has focused most
civil
of their
war.
efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind.
They were focused there?
If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
Sounds great. Let's go see what Sitlali has to say. You know what? Sitlali is old. Maybe she was around when the Abyss Order was formed. Who knows? Maybe she knows something.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Whatever you say, Yansan.
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away. And don't worry, you're still Natlan's hero. I'm not gonna blame you for something your sibling has done.
That's very comforting.
Still, if we manage to find your sister, you wouldn't mind if I gave her a good punch to teach her a lesson, would you?
I don't know how I should answer that one.
Swollen Fury.
I didn't think about it. Just a reminder that your punches can break the sky. You know that, right? Oh, did the game crash? Please tell me the game didn't crash. Oh, it's loading us into a sequence. Got it.
Look, it's Illaoi.
It's exactly who I thought we'd run into.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
Are you here to reinforce us? How are things looking? Mawika told us to come here.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Lolly out of the house.
Paimon, that's rude.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. It's mostly just irritating.
Oh, are they doing guerrilla tactics?
I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something?
Or maybe they think you're the biggest threat, so they have to put all their efforts here.
The more I thought about it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
I mean, you don't have to call them out like that.
Hey, she's saying your sister has poor taste.
Hey, she didn't come up with the name. That was Clothar Albrecht's idea. Him and his weird pointing meme. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. If I were her, I would have changed that name long ago.
Wait, what? Are you saying his sister is a member of the Abyss Order?
Did we not bring that up in that conversation we had about her during the Tribal Chronicle?
I only said that because I was mad. But maybe I went too far?
Wait, are we hearing her thoughts, or is it as the audience, or is the Traveler hearing them this time? I can never tell.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
Why, are you gonna run away like a coward as soon as the fighting's over?
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Lolly. Anyway, let's get him!
Get 'em! Get 'em! Oh! Oh, wow, we have the full party here. Easy peasy.
Phew. Much better. That's more like it.
Well, bye.
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order. They picked the wrong target this time.
Experience says
The whole
that
thing
if
could
we
be a
head in the
diversion,
direction
though.
they
That's
were
what I'm worried
attacking
about.
from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know it hit them.
Gotta know where their base is first, though, Eon-son.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The warriors from the Masters of the Nightwind are here!
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together. Well, morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold!
Oh, I guess we're just gonna follow where the enemies are coming from, then.
Forward! Crush them!
Oh, we are pushing forward. Dark light candlesticks. These things again.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body.
Oh, it took my elemental
Find a
energy.
way to destroy it!
Yep, it's Tails' energy.
Wretched vermin!
Gloves off! The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance!
La 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 la. Let the show begin.
Warriors, attack! After them!
All the way over here. We're just going all the way up the coastline, I guess.
Have fun with this gift.
Wretched vermin!
You must be the boss here. Time to show you what happens when you mess with the Masters of the Nightwind.
All who resist the
Abyss Herald.
pay the price.
Search for it.
You're dead meat!
Punch him.
me!
Oh no, he's in his weird mode. Ah! Oh! Ow!
Come on, we can do it!
Suffer the wrath of the Eastling!
There we go. They always die when their shield goes down.
This stronghold is neutralized. Good work, everyone.
I wouldn't really call this a stronghold.
The Abyss Orders all bark and no bite.
I'm sorry, I missed your question, Blake Snake. What do you want? What kind of favor are you asking for here?
To be honest, this was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Nightwind.
You wanted a speech? Maybe disintegrating the enemy is not the idea if you want to belittle them after you win.
Well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
Please go easy on the wine.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet. Maybe it's just me, but an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. The fighting gets more and more intense right till the bitter end. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemies here gave up and fled the moment that... well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something.
Come on, Genshin, you can animate lip flaps.
Huh? Not sure I follow.
See,
They
look,
did a
we're doing it with
tactical
Sitlali.
retreat, that's all. It's just a different strategy.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation. They don't do things in half measures. It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
Unless my theory about the whole thing being a distraction proves correct.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
Yeah, an organization that primarily operates in the shadows doesn't just openly declare war on anyone for no reason.
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
So we're no wiser to the Abyss Order's objective. Back to square one. If I could only get Lumine to talk to me. He get answers for all of us. I'm heading back to the Collective of Plenty. That key is our only lead so far.
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious. And maybe you can finally get some answers.
Maybe we should have tried to go after that Hilichurl that found the key.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
We're gonna be there regardless.
Go ahead, you two. Lolly and I will take care of things here.
Alright, looks like we're loading into another sequence. Is it gonna make us go all the way back to the Collective of Plenty, or Nope, I'm gonna have to warp there. New quest, Savior. Return to the cave and investigate. I don't like the sound of that. Okay.
And we're back where we started. That Hilichurl probably found the key nearby, right?
Yep. Then we should be looking around the area.
Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. The Ansan and Lolly are waiting for us.
Oh, man, talk about a premature celebration.
Oh, we've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. How the heck did the key end up in that Hilichurl's hands? Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your sister's pocket as she passed by?
Really doubt it.
Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes in life, things just go missing and that's that.
Unless she turned into that Hilichurl. Ooh, who's this?
Oh, thank goodness. Someone's here. Please help me.
That's an interesting design. She also has, like, the flowers in her hair like Lumine.
Huh? Who are you? What happened?
Also, she's kind of tiny.
No, now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running. Can you do something?
Come to the right person, but where are these monsters you speak of?
Yeah, where are they? Paimon doesn't see any monsters behind you.
Huh? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking around.
Almost here?
We're not. We're completely serious. We don't see any monsters.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
Where do you intend to run to? Oh, okay, she's going.
What's wrong with that girl? She must be seeing things.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's that abyss sickness. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Maybe she was right.
Do we have that medicine the captain gave us?
Quick, let's see if she's okay.
I forget what it's called, like abyss corrosion?
What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Let me help you up first. Uh-oh. Huh. Suddenly I can see them.
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now.
I'm sorry, I'll take care of them now.
Great! Thank you, Savior.
And that's the name of the mission.
Savior?
Paimon, can you see them now, or is this all in my head? Alright.
Let's get it on! Ah!
We'll see about that. Dare to mess with me? Truth repeats its course.
Cry louder! Ha! Ha!
That was easy, there was only 2 of them.
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so she can't tell. It just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually.
I don't know what's going on either, but I could see them once I held her hand.
Oh, really?
That's it? Okay, who are you? Really? Let's try this one more time. I want to check that I got all the monsters.
Sure.
She also has those Conrian eyes, I just noticed. She's got the little stars in her eyes. Everything okay? What's wrong?
It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. No need for you to check.
Cool. Who are you?
I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all.
It may make you uncomfortable.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
I think this might be a more romantic thing, Paimon.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Direidyth.
Direidyth? I thought that was going to be
saving
pronounced
me just
Diedrith.
now. I'm really grateful for your help.
Direidyth. Okay. Okay, so if we follow the pattern of Genshin, the storytelling, you're going to either turn out to be the villain the whole time, or you're going to die tragically.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway?
And it sounds like a glitch in Teyvat type thing. Maybe it's Irminsul tampering, or maybe it has something to do with the Loom of Fate. Those are my 3 theories right now.
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
When someone's life is in danger? No.
Whoa, that must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
That would have made us more monstrous than the monsters. I'd never do something so horrendous.
Don't worry, we aren't like that. When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it.
Okay, now she looks like she's the same height.
But more importantly, Did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it?
I was assuming you might have had that abyssal corrosion thing, and it was actually all in your head.
It's nothing serious. But
Was
I
it the
did
drought of
sprain my
lucidity that
ankle
we need
back
to cure
there.
that?
I won't be doing any more running for a while.
There's a cave nearby. Why don't you rest there for now?
Good idea. We'll take you.
Phew, thank you so much. Despite getting injured, I still feel much safer with you around.
Wait. She's gonna turn into that Hilichurl at the start of this. We're in a time loop, aren't we?
I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters.
Yeah, you already took a big enough risk coming out here all on your own. So, where are you from, Direidyth?
And does it rhyme with Barnria?
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior is gonna be easy.
Yeah, I think you're from Conria, aren't you?
Huh.
Or like a
That's the
village
second
outside
time
of
you've called the
Conria.
traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny. Anyway, let me start from the beginning.
Cool.
There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient.
She?
The sage said that doomsday was coming.
Darn.
But as that day
I thought it was going to be
a
Vidalfenir.
savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us, so my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late.
Doomsday?
I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Long braided hair, golden locks, golden eyes.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw him. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior. And he's already got a ton of titles, so he won't mind one extra.
So many titles. So many titles. Honorary Knight.
Actually,
Savior.
I
Hero
don't
of
think it's
Liyue.
him.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Oh, it's gonna turn out to be our sister, isn't it?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young woman.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
I'm with you on this one, Paimon. I think I know who it is. There's someone out there that matches all the requirements.
Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be her.
Who? Who is it?
My sister.
You have a sister? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's her. It has to be. Oh, thank goodness.
This has definitely got Abyss Order and Conria all over it.
Please, can you take me to see her?
Are you another immortal that's been wandering the rat lands for so long?
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find her.
Huh? But isn't she your sister?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
We've been looking for her for 500 years.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
Have you always believed that Doomsday will come? Have you always believed that the Savior will come?
Yes. Everyone says that the disaster is inevitable.
Direidyth.
But the Savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the Savior.
Oh wait, I should probably add Leyline Disaster to my list of things that are causing us to talk to this person.
Do you
She might be a
really
ghost.
buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
She also could be time displaced. Wait! Oh, the key from the cryo chamber in the spaceship. What if she's a Conrian citizen that was stuck in the cryo chamber for 500 years? And Doomsday's already happened. She spoke with conviction. I don't think she's lying. Maybe it's another lie spread by the Abyss Order?
See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. Time to press her for answers.
Are we reading Paimon's thoughts now?
What's wrong, Direidyth? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Well, she is blushing, for one.
Oh, I just, how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams.
Uh-huh.
And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis.
Ah, Florence Nightingale syndrome. Classic.
So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
I'm surprised Paimon hasn't picked up on this yet.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
Paimon, you are not this dumb. How am I supposed to respond to that?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now.
Okay, cool. Let's go talk to Mavwika.
Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I feel well enough to move again.
We should probably stand guard, because I'm afraid if we look away from you, you'll disappear.
If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come and let me know. Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
This is the collective of plenty, but at the same time, I don't trust you on your own.
Alright then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy.
Come on, you guys, don't let her go.
What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her.
Cool, you stay here and watch. I'm gonna go get Mavwika.
And hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your sister when she's healed.
How long does it take to heal a sprained ankle?
Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they need our help.
Cool, let's leave the endangered and helpless girl alone in a cave while we go to a party to drink. Man, our protagonists are dumb. Carry her!
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just need some time to myself.
I am so worried that Hilichurls are gonna come back here. Alright,
you're
Molly.
back.
Oh,
How'd
Janssen.
it go? Find anything? Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on?
No progress yet, I'm afraid. Yes, unfortunately.
That's okay. I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh. Really makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
You've got to be plotting something, right?
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards?
Sure.
They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
And so this is technically my sibling's fault, so...
Great. Thanks, you two.
Alright, let's go raise morale. Talk to the forward sentries.
Wow, Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You probably don't remember it, though.
Satura, yeah, I do, actually.
You do? then it's truly an honor to serve alongside you once more.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy.
Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around.
That's the worst kind of suspicious.
There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something.
Yeah, what you call religion, they call the Abyss.
Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work.
Oh, that's a good, smart idea.
But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Really?
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Wait, does it have something to do with Karibear's story? Seems suspicious, though. Could it be related to their true objective?
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want.
That's not a really polite way to refer to it, but you do you.
Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Huh. Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, Traveler.
Alright, how many other familiar faces we're gonna run into?
Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for...
Alright. Cantalo!
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet?
I mean, you could shake my hand if you want, though.
I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a Traveler, huh?
Never meet your idols, kids.
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war. But a one-on-one chat with our great hero? That could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
True.
How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face? One bad impression can stick for life.
Oh, you mean like what you're doing right now? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your facial expressions. Relax.
Saying something bad, though, but that could happen.
All right, then.
He just suddenly starts dropping racial slurs.
I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
What Paimon guess? An autograph, right? That's easy.
May I challenge you to a fight?
Ooh, interesting.
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time?
Mad respect for it, though.
Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all
We have
just
fought
a-
gods and dragons and giant whales.
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. But I am still on patrol, so please, Great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Paimon, you can handle guard duty, right?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
I think it's a fair request. What are you waiting for? Bring it on. Are we actually going to fight him, or is it going to be a cutscene? Are we doing hand-to-hand? That's cool. He froze up, didn't he?
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
I'm glad you got yours.
Ugh, Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you've
This
had
is
a
normal,
spar with the
Paimon. Just
Traveler.
let it go.
What gives?
Well, some people connect through
Yeah,
conversation,
Pyroculus,
but
ignore it.
we
It's not
warriors
there.
bond
I already
by
grabbed
sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Practically normal.
Okay. Well, to each their own. But Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new enemy movements.
As Paimon expected, nothing here either. Let's do another lap and get back to Ian-san.
Oh. Well, the first guy had something really interesting to say about what the Abyss Order was up to.
So, did the guards find anything?
Some religious ceremonies, maybe some meditation.
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Come on, Paimon.
Hmm?
Ignore Paimon, he wasn't a problem.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
Well, just because I have the key to your house does not mean it's my responsibility to wake you up at night.
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay.
What?
I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but regardless.
No, you sit in the corner to think about what you just said.
What I meant to say is, I heard something about the Abyss Order engaging in meditation.
Yes, thank you. You were the shamans looked at it, but you're the top shaman, so what's your opinion?
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you, Siglali?
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Uh-huh, this has Loom of Fate written all over it. Or leyline disaster.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
We should probably still look into it regardless.
It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
Are we, like, overlapping with a parallel dimension?
Oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going on. No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
We don't know what they're doing, though.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Knowing is half the battle.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're ready to talk to the chiefs.
Actually, since you're here, Ollie, I might want to ask you a question.
Oh? Sure, what is it?
You ever heard of monsters that are only visible to certain people?
Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form?
Those are some good theories, but I'm not sure if they're correct.
It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
Alright, we get it!
That's actually something I really would love to learn more about. Because, like, monsters disintegrate. Like, what happens to monsters when they die? Like, humans go into the ley lines. What happens to monsters?
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
How many years is that again? 200, 300, 400, 500?
Ooh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
I wouldn't say that, Paimon.
Hey, I'm not that old.
I agree, it's hard to say what it was for sure. And we get the pout face.
Care to elaborate on what happened? This all sounds rather mysterious.
Finally, we filled him in on what happened.
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Whatever you say, Miss Visual Novel.
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Don't worry, if she gives me the key to her house, I'm sure the monsters will stay visible forever.
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise.
Yes, thank you, Eon-san. That is a very good and valid point.
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior.
To the people of Conria, that's kind of correct, though.
That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth. Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Oh, I am plenty suspicious of her.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Yeah, she can't even make eye contact with me for 3 seconds.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
Do you think she's a spy? Do you think she's some kind of weapon?
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else can, calls the leader of the Abyss Order her savior. At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Don't worry, we left her in the middle of nowhere, completely unsupervised, in a dangerous cave where known monsters that are invisible hang out. She's perfectly safe and under very watchful eye.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that
Oh
cave.
my fucking god!
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
Might as well, she seems to trust me after all. Happy to, although I doubt she means us any harm.
Settled then. Let's go check on her.
Please teleport me there. Please teleport me there. Oh, come on, don't make me walk. Literally going back and forth between 2 locations. She's not gonna be there, is she?
Here we are. Direidyth will still be here, right?
No, she won't.
Oh, it's so quiet though. Uh-oh. What if Ion-san was right? Maybe she never intended to stay here at all.
Let's stay quiet and move in carefully. Why are we walking in slow-mo? Oh, she picked up the club!
Traveler, watch out!
Nice! Yeah! Shoot, maybe Direidyth really is it. Her eyes are closed, though.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
If I thought it hurt, I would have tried to dodge. And somehow, it still hurt less than I expected.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
Yeah, we could have called out to her before walking in. That is a good point.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me.
Why the fuck did we leave her alone?
And it's not like I can run from them.
We left her alone and injured.
There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler was so weak.
1 damage.
Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
Why did we take that at anything? Why did we take that at face value?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero.
Oof.
He already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
You're not a constant burden. You are a person in distress and need of help. You should take any help that is offered.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason?
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Okay, Paimon, you are laying it on a little thick. Could she really just be an injured civilian?
Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Sure. I still think we should carry you into town, though. You are unbelievable. Sure, I know just the recipe. It only takes an hour.
Paimon's getting hungry now, too. Go on, then. You can join us for dinner.
Oh, that's funny. We're gonna starve in an hour and a half. Don't worry, I got this great recipe that takes an hour and a half to cook.
I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
That's 2 favors you owe me now. Hope you're keeping count. Okay, Ether, don't be a dick.
Huh. You can really pack it away.
Whoa! Why are they showing us that?
You didn't make it this far.
What? Oh, come on, you didn't have to do her dirty like that, Hoyo. They haven't even shown Paimon eat like that.
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton.
Great, now we're hearing her thoughts.
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty.
The moon is fake, and so is the sky, though.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it.
I think it takes like 5 days or like a couple weeks to heal an ankle.
I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now, I'm finally out. The air seems fresher, and the stars more beautiful than ever before.
How long did we leave her there? Like 1 hour, 2 hours?
You weren't in there that long.
But she thought she was gonna starve to death. The time probably passed unbearably slowly.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars.
Conria's underground, isn't it?
And often, my mind would drift to this question.
That being said,
Is this starry sky actually real?
the presence of hilichurls in places that aren't Conria does imply that there were Conrians all over Teyvat. So I could believe that she was from some village in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty believable. Wait, why would she think that? Does she know about the false sky? Oh wait, did I miss something? Flying the roof from gazing up at the stars, and often in my mind would drift to question. Is the starry sky actually real?
But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question doesn't really matter.
Good job, Grandma.
Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world, and that sky is real to us.
Paimon kinda gets you, but also not really. Is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
That seems kind of right, but also not really.
I really treasured my world for a really long time.
How long have you been wandering?
The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
We're gonna get some, like, really dark, deep, dark secret, like your grandma's Rhine daughter or something, aren't we?
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out, and set off on my journey to find the Savior.
We actually do know that Conrians did make it and survive the cataclysm, Because, like, technically, Arlecchino was born somehow, right?
I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars.
I don't feel like I need to justify the lore or any decisions at this point. It's been consistent enough.
Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child.
Beyond the stars?
Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Ooh, do we say it? Do we tell her?
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
Maybe you shouldn't be so close to her when you say that. She might hear you.
I need to find the savior and protect my world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow.
Right. She's trying to avoid a doomsday.
That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? It's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
The more we chat, the more I'm convinced that she is not a bad person. I have been fully convinced of that for the first, 2.5 minutes we knew her. And it doesn't sound like she's been brainwashed by the Abyss Order. Maybe we can afford to trust her.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
Guess we gotta try that trick again. Try grabbing her shoulder this time. Or offer the hand. And she's blushing and looking away.
Can you see them now?
Yes, we can. Yeah, stay back, I'll handle them. Ooh. Oh wow, we're using the Geo in cutscenes now.
I can't see anything. But please, be careful.
Also, I don't think that actually helps them. The what are they called? The Abyss Wolves can teleport. Short distances. Okay. Mimic's down.
Huh? Wow, that was fast.
Didn't feel fast.
Get all of them? Oh, Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing all right, Direidyth? Direidyth? Hey, it's okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore.
Any more of them?
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances.
I was just... the image of the traveler fighting to protect me.
Man, this is getting
I was
way
trying
too
to
romantic
commit it
for
to
me.
memory. Seems like the least I can do.
All right. Whatever floats your boat.
Man, that Florence Nightingale syndrome is a real beast, isn't it?
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
What we
Sounds
should have did
reasonable
anyway.
to Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
Let's all go into the teapot, where it's safe. Personally, I'm satisfied with Direidyth isn't a threat, but can't hurt to monitor her for another night.
All right.
She's got
Direidyth
blush
will be-
glued to her
Huh?
face.
Direidyth? Why are you going in alone?
As you stare at the hibernation chamber key in your hands, you start to relax and drift into a sleep. Soon, vivid dreams fill your mind. Uh-oh. Are we gonna get a cutscene in our dreams? I don't like the sound of that. Don't tell me that what with dreams I can dream. Don't tell me I'm having good dreams. Ah, we're not having good dreams, aren't we? This is the Night Kingdom. Ah, crap. What are you doing with the flowers, Lumine? Lumine, the Lord of the Night? Isn't that just one of the Wyab? My head hurts. That sucks. Oh, it's gone. And now we're in the abyss now, huh? I think I hear a voice in the darkness. Kind of sounded like a whale.
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed.
Oh, is that Lumine?
A blood-red sky.
Who is talking?
Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed.
Or is this the grandmother's story?
And the birth of a savior.
Or is that Direidyth that was saying that? It's hard to tell. They're kind of speaking in a rasp. Uh-oh. We're glitching. We glitching. That dream I just had.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to,
Ah, so you gave me the nightmares. She was holding my... Was she holding my hand?
You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares. But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, is that
She is
right?
definitely a ley line disaster, isn't she?
Huh. You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
Why do you care?
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Was that a joke about what I think it was?
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
She's there implying she's gonna make a move on him while he's sleeping. Is that what we're going with? Okay. I can't remember anything. What did I see in my dream? Oh, come on! Don't cop out. I think I saw Lumine in the Night Kingdom at the very start of the dream, but I can't remember what happened next because you blacked out. Never mind, the memory's gone. Can't force myself to remember it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. We can catch back up tomorrow morning.
No way is Paimon getting back to sleep after this. You go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
That's so offensive.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
No, you don't. That being said,
Well,
I wouldn't put it past you to
should be
cuddle.
out of food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
What kind of food isn't perishable? Did we give her canned food?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me.
Some hardtack?
3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal.
Okay,
Then
I
I'll
guess that's
continue on
enough
my
time.
journey
It
to
takes me
find
like
the
5 to
savior.
10. I'm getting old.
Alright, then we'll be off. Bye for now,
We're
Direidyth.
fucking leaving her alone again? We're just asking for her to be dead when we come back.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
Ah, that's
That is a good point.
We share the same goal, but we're
If only
constantly
this was
on the
Honkai
road,
Star
so
Rail and we all had
have
cell
your address.
phones. Or teleslates.
How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
She doesn't know who that is, Paimon.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Hold on. I think I see something over there. The Abyss Order.
It's the Abyss Order! They're here! But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're running away?
From what?
Where? What are you talking about?
Oh, she can't see the stuff in our... This is definitely a ley line
A
thingy.
bunch of Abyss Order thugs!
Or I guess the
You
Luma
see
Fate
them? They're
thingy.
heading right this way!
Wait a second.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters.
I bet. Tried and tested method will allow you to see them.
You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all. So this is what it's like.
I think we're on a different wavelength of reality.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Is it Direidyth? Or the monsters themselves? Or is it us?
I think it might be having something to do with us and Direidyth. And also, is it really that strange? We went through like a fucking 4-hour experience where... Sorry, for like a 4-day experience where we were constantly hearing Sitlali's thoughts out loud and vice versa.
Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribes.
Ooh, we got the prototype Rancor.
Woohoo! All done! Their morale seems super low. Guess they really were on the run, huh?
So there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
Believe me, I'm as baffled as you are. The plot thickens. Turns out there are also monsters which I can see, but Direidyth can't.
So, any ideas on why those monsters might have been running away? Maybe something went down on the front line.
Maybe we should go back to talk to Sitlali and give her the new information about how we are experiencing the same thing she is.
Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the others.
Or maybe we could talk to the Lord of the Night. Maybe the Lord of the Night knows something.
Right away. We gotta go. Bye for now, Direidyth.
What? No, don't leave her. Bring her with you.
See ya, and please take care.
That was the end of the Savior quest. Space and time without you. Meet up with the Masters of the Nightwind. I think this time it will teleport us straight into a cutscene. I was right.
Hey, Eon-san, we're back.
Man, I feel like we see you everywhere but the Collective of Plenty more often than we see you in the Collective of Plenty.
We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Ours or theirs?
Huh? But how?
Did the Abyss Order send in reinforcements? Did they deploy some kind of secret weapon?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
You should have specified.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
Did we finally launch an attack? Did we unleash a Pyro Archon's might on them?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
Great. Which one?
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down like paper dolls.
Did he happen to be blonde with an eye patch?
They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated.
Alright, I got it. I think I know what happened.
I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. But still, we have to identify this person.
It's Dainsleif.
And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile. It's quite a diplomatic conundrum.
Have you tried saying hi?
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we know this person. Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up.
Who else could it be? He never misses an occasion like this.
Dainsleif.
And now cut to Skirk. That would have been really funny for it cut to Skirk for like a... Oh, you thought it was Dainsleif, but it was Skirk! I mean, they could still do that. Wait for Dainsleif to show up. Alright, here we go. There he is! Were you waiting for me?
It's been a while, Dane. And yeah, after we heard what went down, we figured you'd shown up. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Eon-san. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif.
Mr. Dainsleif was my father. You could call me Dane.
Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
No need to thank me. I hunt the Abyss Order for my own reasons.
Please don't mind him, Ian-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty nice guy deep down.
It's quite alright. Uezo Janssen respects those of great
Uezo.
power. It's quite clear that he meant no
I
offense.
forgot that's her.
and
I
I'm
forgot
still
that's your
delighted
name.
to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now. Take your time.
Well, I kind of wish you would have stayed to talk.
Sure thing.
I would like more
We probably
interactions
have
with
plenty of
anybody
other
on
stuff to do
Dainsleif.
Anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Ian-san.
Off she goes.
Dang. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite? She's our friend.
I thought he was plenty polite. Iansa, yes, I will remember that name. But I will not invest more emotion than this when necessary. When dealing with the citizens of the Seven, it is a matter of principle for me. Okay, I take it back. I don't want Dane to interact with anybody. Fine, since you helped break the stalemate, we'll let you off the hook. Fine, since Janssen wasn't offended, we'll let you off the hook.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. So anyway, Dane, do you have any new info about the Abyss Order for us? Any idea what they're trying to achieve with this war, for example?
Never before have I seen the Abyss Order take action on such a large scale. Ooh, we should tell him about, Deidre. Taken at face value, it seems highly illogical. In a war with the Natlanese, the odds are stacked firmly against them. They surely cannot be unaware of this. Their true goal must be a deeper one.
We thought so too. But it sounds like you're no closer to learning what that goal is than we are.
I have been on the case for some time. Even captured and interrogated several Abyss Order members. Still, I am none the wiser. I can only assume that they have gone to great lengths to keep their real operations secret. I have a bad feeling about this. The Abyss Order is wasting a lot of its forces attacking Natlan, so whatever they stand to gain must hold enormous value to them.
What do you think we should do?
They probably need access to the ley lines, is my guess. Or the Night Kingdom. Since we lack actionable intelligence for now, we might as well continue to focus on fighting. Leave them to their secret plots. If they're so willing to sacrifice manpower for it, I intend to make that sacrifice greater and more painful than they could have ever anticipated. If we use this opportunity correctly, I believe we can eliminate the vast majority of the Abyss Order's forces. They'll never be able to mount such a large campaign ever again. That outcome is well worth our time. And the sooner we can do that, the better. That's right. It is the ideal scenario. The ideal scenario would be to destroy them before they can reach their goal.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right?
Right.
Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane.
Sounds like Dane's one-man attack on the enemy front has put him in a good mood. What about you? Any news to share on your end? Yes, please. Share away.
Actually, we found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. She must have lost it.
So she's here in person. Unsurprising, given the scale of this operation.
Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely, so we figured it's probably his sister.
Hold on. That girl called her the Savior.
Yeah, that's right. Is something the matter, Dane?
Last time I heard the term was before the Cataclysm. And not just that, it referred to your sister then too. But who would still believe a myth of the Savior when the Cataclysm has already taken place? Makes no sense, unless she was the one in the hibernation chamber. That term's been around even before the Cataclysm.
Wait, wasn't his sister called the princess, though? Where did this savior thing come from?
Okay, well at least Dane's going to elaborate on it for us. Well, when she was first granted the title of princess, the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming that it might be that she bring to the nation. I need to reread that. They made it sound as if the Vinster King and the entire court of Conria set about loudly proclaiming the might that she would bring to the nation. They made it sound as if, with her there, all pain and suffering would be washed away, and the future of Conria would be brighter than anyone could imagine. The Savior was the celebratory title given to the princess by those who believed this rhetoric. Of course, you know how the story ended. In hindsight, the cruel irony is glaring. All that title really stood for was the Vinster King's lust for power.
Oh, sounds like the people of Conria really believed in her.
Is that why Lumine is so determined to revive the homeland? Because she thinks that she failed as Conria's savior. Yeah, I think that matches a pretty apt theory. But that certainly doesn't explain everything. There must be other reasons. As for the girl you met, allow me to offer some speculation. I suspect that she descended from pure-blooded Conrians afflicted with the curse of immortality. They must have resettled somewhere remote, cut off from the rest of the world. That is a pretty apt theory, but I like my hibernation chamber theory better. That would explain how her people retained their ancient beliefs, including the myth of the golden-haired savior.
Ah, Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya, except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't explain the invisible monster situation.
At least Kaya got a shout out. Roosevelt's gonna have a field day with this. If she can't provide us with any more valuable intelligence, I suggest we shift our attention back to the Abyss Order. I'm a little bit concerned for her safety, personally.
Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
I will consider it. But we must discuss our next steps first thing tomorrow morning. We can't give the Abyss Order any time to regroup. Wait until the following day. Hang on. Just in case. I want to check on her, make sure she's still alive. Okay, she's still here.
Don't worry. I'll make sure I find a way to get in touch. I mean, as long as you don't mind, that is.
You stay safe, kiddo. Because the protagonist I'm playing as is too stupid to make sure you stay safe. 2 days left till she runs out of food. No, we can't give them that much time.
Is that Dane and Neon-san discussing strategy together? Huh. Looks like they're getting along just fine.
Dane has a little bit of a disdain for people that are followers of the Seven. Funny. See what I did there?
Morning! What are you guys talking about?
Ah, you're here. I have some good news to share with you.
The front line has collapsed again?
We just got word from the Scions of the Canopy. Their intelligence has reported that they've discovered the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan.
That's great news.
After their front lines dissolved, the bulk of their forces fell back to that area. It's also where their central command is located.
Have we finished mustering our forces for a frontal assault?
The location? The Cinder City.
Uh-huh.
Cinder City, huh? That tracks. Seems like their kind of place. Hey,
I would have expected them to be inside the volcano of Tullen.
our chance to crush the Abyss Order once and for all. And with any luck, maybe we'll find your sister there too.
Maybe. Maybe we should check on the big guy in the chair.
Yep, our army is almost ready, and we've sent a message to Mawika to let her know the plan. We can't really launch an operation this big without the okay from the Archon.
I beg to differ. This is wasting time. You have the intel you need, so act on it. Every second you delay only increases the Abyss Order's odds of survival.
I've already explained my reasoning, Mr. Dainsleif. I understand your concern, but an immediate strike is not on the cards for us.
We don't have enough forces mustered? Very well. Then I will go there alone. Thank you for the intel, Jans.
You're gonna go on your own? Come on, be sensible. Just wait a tiny bit longer, and you'll have a whole army going with you.
It's all right. I support your decision, Mr. Dainsleif.
Huh? Shouldn't you be talking sense into him?
The guy wants to go on his own suicide mission. Let him.
I admire his courage, and I believe he is strong enough to take on the Abyss Order on his own.
Man, how did he convince you of that?
And even if things don't go to plan, he just needs to bide his time until we arrive with reinforcements.
See, now that's a much more reasonable argument.
Mr. Dainsleif, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Looks like he's waiting for you to say something, Traveler.
Alright, fine, I'm coming. Allow me to join you, Dainsleif.
Oh, for a second there, Paimon actually thought he was gonna brave it alone. And then he called his own bluff.
Oh, Janssen's not here. Alright, to the Cinder City, I guess. Meet up with Dainsleif. Man, I almost... Well, I wouldn't say I didn't think we'd ever come back here again. I figured we would, because I figured Capitano, I'm still hoping that he'll be playable at some point. Oh. Assault to the Abyss Order Stronghold. We got these sequenced events. Is Ravona going to be in the sky again? Why are they making us have a special scenario for the Cinder City?
Is this the place? The Abyss Order's hideout in Natlan?
Paimon, we've been here before. Like 3 times. All these years, the Abyss Order has managed to either stay hidden or fiercely defend their position. This may be the first chance I've ever gotten to finally make a serious dent in their forces. Which reminds me, once the fighting starts, I can't promise I'll be able to have your back at a moment's notice. If you run into any Abyss-powered mechanisms, feel free to leave them to me. I'll take care of them when I can.
It's been so long since we fought with Dane side by side.
Yeah.
Paimon's confident we can clear this place out long before Eon-san arrives.
Last time was in Sumeru. While the Fontaine story was happening.
And if you get to meet your sister again, even better. Let's go.
Let's just hope it's not a cop-out. Whoa! In this battle, Dainsleif will show you the might of the Twilight Sword. Summon him to clear out the obstructions that bar your path. Swordsmanship Dainsleif has mastered as the Conrian Court Guard Captain allows him to easily espy the weaknesses in opposing elemental wards. His long war against the Abyss has made him highly cognizant of their weaknesses, allowing him to destroy their void wards.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is.
Oh, that's so
If someone
cool.
can't handle it. Maybe that's their problem.
Yikes. Well, that's kind of bullcrap. Let's just, stall for time, I guess. Wait, is that song that's playing the Fatui theme? It kind of sounds very similar to the theme from, the, what's it called? Winter Night's Lotso. Cheap tricks. Let's just keep Barbara out. Damn, he hurts.
How amusing. Know your place.
He could basically kill their shield immediately, so he can just start doing damage. Ow.
I'll protect us. This is a very different battle from the one we fought with the Ansan. No one's backing down. They're fighting back with everything they have.
Given the construction of their headquarters, the tactics they're using, I suspect that they never intended to survive this battle. Suits me.
Behold, the abyss has come.
Little help, Dane? Thank you, Dane. Deep tricks.
Too slow. Cry louder.
Dare to mess with me? Gears of the storm.
Behold.
Danger. The relentless specter that haunts us.
Inkster the Frigid, Alder the
abyss is
Corrupt.
all present. To flee is futile. To resist it, vain.
Unsightly insects.
That's one down.
The world will burn.
Behold.
We've reached the end, but there's still no trace of your sister. So who's calling the shots here?
Let the show begin.
Continue onward. Who is this? Oh, I haven't fought one of these bosses before. Or maybe I fought it one time.
Twilight Sword Dainsleif.
Inquisitus Baptist.
Is this really what you want?
The word sword of heaven's end. It is indeed. I will take every opportunity to hunt you down to the last man.
So, where's the Traveler's sister then? Or is this guy supposed to be in charge here?
So, this is a hunt to you. I must say I pity you, Dainsleif. The death you dole out so readily to others is a luxury you yourself cannot enjoy.
Ooh, hit him where it hurts.
But today, that is the least of your worries. Do you realize that all your years of pursuing us are being rendered utterly meaningless, even as we speak?
She's doing something to the ley line / the Night Kingdom / the Loom of Fate. Right now, isn't she? Your riddles tire me. The overwhelming advantage is ours. At least for the moment, you know what that means for you. I'd like to see what makes you believe you've already won. Or that you can still turn the tide of this war.
Then allow me to be frank. As far as we are concerned, our princess has already won by other means. And I do not merely mean this battle. No. Her Highness has achieved something far greater. For today, the Abyss Order's greatest wish has finally been fulfilled.
The Abyss Order's greatest wish? Wait, does that mean?
Our Highness quietly infiltrated the Night Kingdom to exploit that realm's past experience with ley line reconstruction. And then used the Loom of Fate to reweave the ley lines of Conria.
Okay. And what did you... and now what?
What? She used the Loom of Fate? Wait, does this mean the attack on the Masters of the Night Wind was all a smokescreen to give her some cover?
That's what I've been saying from the beginning, Paimon, at least 3 times.
Oh no! This makes too much sense.
Correct. As of now, our homeland has been revived. And all of my comrades that you have slain, Dainsleif, they shall forget the struggles that have beset them these past 500 years, and begin their lives anew in a Khaenri'ah restored to life.
Is that how that works? What a load of drivel. Your falsehoods are riddled with flaws. My ears tire of your tedium. Isn't there more to reviving a homeland than reweaving the ley lines?
Right. You still need a few steps after that, such as finding a place to host the ley lines you just re-wove.
I think they're gonna do it to the Night Kingdom, Paimon.
Plus, if it was really so easy, Moika and the captain would have had a way easier time during the war.
That being said, they didn't understand what this Loom of Fate technology was. I have one simple question. If Khaenri'ah has indeed been revived as you claim, then where is it?
Oh, you poor fools. Clinging to delusions, even after the truth has been plainly revealed to you. Think back on the past few days. Have you truly not noticed anything amiss since the start of the war?
People meditating and going to sleep. And... Deidre, what, Is there signs I could have missed?
I sensed something strange in my dream.
They rebuilt it in the Land of Dreams.
It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
Hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk, but I just get the sense that something strange is going on.
So like a parallel dimension? I also vaguely remember seeing Lumine in the Night Kingdom facing the Lord of the Night. Wait, that's not all. There were other signs as well. Can't see the same monsters at the same time as Direidyth. I couldn't see the monsters at the same time as Direidyth could see, and she couldn't see the ones that I could. We could only see monsters in each other's sight after remaining in physical contact. According to the guard stationed near the Masters of the Nightwind, many of the members of the Abyss Order were idling around during the lull of the conflict, even settling down to meditate. Abyss Order chose to retreat from the Stronghold. The Abyss Order retreated when we attacked their stronghold with Yansum and Sitlali. This isn't their usual style. Assuming he's right, then another possibility arises. Maybe I'm in a different time and space from Direidyth. If she's Khaenri'ah, like Dane suspects, then that means this revived Khaenri'ah that he speaks of might actually exist, and despite hailing from a separate time and space, Direidyth has found a way to communicate with us. Whatever may be going through your mind right now, do not trust it. I urge you not to believe his lies. The notion that Khaenri'ah has been revived is preposterous. Unless I see it with my own eyes, I refuse to entertain it. This is only one thing that should demand our attention in this instant, and that is silencing this man for good. Obstinate fools.
Oh, hi.
Give in to the embrace of the abyss.
Owie.
Go, Barb. I'll protect us. Hi. Hi. Dare to mess with me?
You battle in vain.
Squall and Fury, you dare to gaze upon me? Upon the gale.
I will not bring shame to the name of the abyss.
Ow.
La, 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 la. Oh, too late for regrets. Ears of the storm.
You're dead. The wind rises.
There you go, Dane. You take him out.
We'll see about that.
You asked for it.
Let's dance. Hi. Huh. Yeah. Hi. Huh. 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 Huh.
There we go.
Dare to mess with me?
You battled in vain! The Abyss Order's mission has been fulfilled!
And he's done. Thanks for the help, Dane. You made that
To
so
be
much
all of them,
easier.
right? So, we've destroyed the Abyss Order's headquarters in Natlan, but somehow, that didn't feel satisfying at all. Are you still thinking about what that guy said? You look really worried.
Direidyth is the only potential lead we have. I understand you think she might be from the revived Conria, yes? I have said my piece. I doubt that Conria could be revived so easily. But if it will give you some peace of mind, you should go talk to her and test your theory. Now, I'm still going with my hyperbolic time chamber theory. I will stay here and do some post-battle cleanup. Perhaps there are some clues left to be found. Uh-oh. Oh! I thought your voice and attitude seemed familiar. My mistake. I should have made sure you were dead earlier. Curse of immortality has struck you too then, Hayden.
500 years on, and you still refuse to address me as master. Don't forget, Dainsleif. You may be the renowned Twilight Sword, while my arm has grown too feeble to swing a blade. But I taught you everything you know about wielding a blade.
Your arrogance and malice cost you all of my respect long ago.
Be that as it may, under the circumstances, I see no further reason for us to fight. The curse of immortality means neither of us has a way to completely destroy the other.
Speak for yourself. I intend to kill you 100 times over. Man, that's gonna keep going until Janssen shows up with the reinforcements.
Have you finally had enough? You weren't joking then, huh? Never, in all my worst nightmares, have I experienced anything close to the pain of 100 deaths. Surely, there's no point taking out all your hatred on me alone.
That was just for your actions in the Abyss Order. If I took into account what you did in Conria, you'd soon find out how much darker your nightmares can become.
All right, I believe you. Still, aren't you at least a little tired now? Why don't we sit down, perhaps? Chat a little.
I don't think he wants to hear you talk.
What? Not a fan of reminiscing about old times? Well, I suppose you don't have many fond memories to look back on.
I never thought you'd side with the Abyss Order, Hayden. You could have easily blamed the princess for her betrayal.
Indeed. When the cataclysm first struck, everyone prayed for the Savior to deliver them. But she was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, why is that?
Yes, we knew that the great abyssal power within her had been divided up. Yet we still despaired at her choice to leave us.
And I'm assuming it was divvied up to the 5 sinners.
Still, I believe that everything she's doing now, including her regret over what happened, comes from a genuine place in her heart. And besides, who else can we place our faith in? We are proud Conrians, are we not? I mean, we can hardly turn to the gods.
Huh, I suppose you have changed a lot over these past 500 years. Otherwise, I'd never expected you to forgive her. Had you been so generous during your time at the Knight Academy as my instructor in Black Serpent blade work, I might not have come to loathe you so much.
Is that so?
As my good deeds were clearly in the spirit of the Academy's code of chivalry, yet I received corporal punishment for being restless and brash. As much as it pains me to bring up his name, even my co-student, Sir Tologi, was prosecuted for following the spirit of knighthood. He even lost limbs over it. There is little point discussing it now, of course. But all this was your doing, wasn't it, Hayden? You wore a mask of benevolence as you viciously suppressed the next generation of knights, all to bolster your own position and reputation. What? Too cowardly to admit it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Dainsleif. I would apologize to you for those actions, truly. But the fact is, I honestly can't remember them anymore. Look at me. Look at what has become of me. Only by the Abyss's grace have I managed to maintain this physical form. But as for the rest, memories, spirit, emotions, personality, they have long become eroded, fragmented beyond recognition.
Interesting. That makes sense. It lines up with a lot of what we learned from, like, the Renata Petrichor storyline.
Even if mine was a past steeped in sin, or in shame I once longed to hide, I would wish to remember it. Without my history, I fear I will become another person entirely.
There's a saying, we are our memories. Without them, are we who we truly are? I don't really know.
I would like to apologize for any misdeeds that are mine. So please, tell me everything. Tell me about the Conria we once called home.
No wonder your personality struck me as different. Memories are indeed a crucial part of a person's identity. So the Conria we once called home. Ainsley slowly closed his eyes. Countless memories of Conria flooded to his mind. Do we see any of them? No. All sides of memories and feelings, everything etched into the heart of the mind, are gradually brought back. Simply recalling everything seems to take a long, long time.
You seem to remember much. Could you tell me more about it? About our golden age?
I'm not interested. I have neither the time nor the sympathy.
Is that so? What a pity. But this will be quite sufficient, as long as the loom of fate heard what I could not.
The loom of fate. What have you done? Tell me.
I'm afraid I owe you yet another apology, Dainsleif. You were right. I lied to you earlier.
They needed his
Your
memories to
wits are
restore the
too
loom, didn't they?
sharp to be fooled by me.
They needed someone who was there.
The homeland hasn't yet been revived. In fact, even the ley line weaving is not yet complete. Think of ley lines as the collection of memories concerning a given place. To reweave Conria's ley lines as they were 500 years ago, we would somehow need to retrieve almost all the memories of Conria from that age.
They're gonna go after Direidyth.
The loom of fate cannot weave without an abundant supply of memories.
This is actually starting to have some crossover to what's going on right now in, like, Amphorius and the Honkai Star Rail storyline. With, like, reweaving the Amphorius with memories.
And so,
or like how Fuli the Aeon
relied
operates.
on everyone in the Abyss Order to provide what they could. Even though fragments are all that remain in most cases, the more we all share, the more that can be restored.
So the Loom of Fate is running as we speak, and the so-called meditation your members have been performing, its purpose was to supply the Loom with memories, wasn't it?
Indeed. We, a people in exile, stranded 500 years in the future, will weave our homeland anew and bring the nation of our dreams back into the real
Oh, it's like in the Travail trailer, those who dream of dreaming.
Glorious undertaking. What a shame it had to take this long. After 500 years, most of our memories have faded, and a world woven from broken memories shall itself be broken.
So that's where I'm supposed to come in. You look for assistance from your mortal enemy who has sworn to hunt you down?
Precisely. For you possess a ring left to you by your elder brother, which continuously resets your body's condition. Of course, your memories are susceptible to erosion just like ours. But of all Conrians who remain, you are sure to remember the most.
What about, the Jester? I feel like he knows quite a bit. Piero.
We had to obtain the memories in your mind, whatever the price. Even if it meant sacrificing our entire army as bait.
So this was your true goal, to lure me here, guide me into a state of meditation, and access my memories. So be it. Few of my fading memories for your entire army. That strikes me as a fair trade. I appreciate your generosity. You're gambling everything you have on the Loom of Fate. This could be a costly mistake for you in the long run.
Perhaps. But that is the gamble our Highness has chosen to make. And thanks to you, the Loom of Fate has now finished weaving the ley lines. New Conria is complete!
Enough about your beloved leader. You said you would pay any price for my memories, did you not? In that case, prepare to be slain another 100 times for your deception. I hope it was worth it. Okay. Hasn't been 3 days yet. Hopefully she still hasn't died of starvation, though she might have been attacked by invisible monsters again.
It's Direidyth! Great! She's still here!
Well, I'm glad she's not dead. Things are about to get real sad, aren't they? Oh, cutscene! Direidyth! Direidyth, are you okay? Something happened? That's the Cataclysm! It's the cubes! The Doomsday. What is this? Could this be the Cataclysm? So the memories from 500 years ago of Conria was the memories of its destruction, is my guess. Is this where Direidyth is right now? So she really is.
We're not from the same world, are we?
No. I come from your future.
Wait, but that's great. That means the world isn't going to end.
Doesn't mean you live to see it, though.
And that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland?
It does not survive.
No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. If the future is unknown, I still believe the Savior can turn things around. I'll carry on looking for her, even if you're not there to protect me. Although, in a way, I've already found my Savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place.
Well, there goes my hyperbolic time chamber theory. Unless we can find the ship in the past and throw her in there now.
Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your sister. Surely she must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met?
Oh no. My theory was right, wasn't it? She was the Hilichurl in the cave that we saw at the very beginning, wasn't she?
That way when I do find her, I can convince her that you're also searching for her.
A memento. Wait.
Huh? What is it?
Fuck, I hate being right. Wait, I actually get a choice? Oh, don't put this on me now. If this is her future, if this is her fate. Oh, this is a bootstrap paradox. Fuck it. Keep the loop going. What just happened? I don't like the look of that. So that's what happened, Istaroth. The ruler of time must have had a hand in this. There's no other way that this meeting could have taken place. You knew all of this? I knew only the ending. I've always been curious about the events that led to it. When the Cataclysm first began 500 years ago, I, as the Princess of Conria, was preparing to do my part, to fight back with all my might. But then, this girl, Direidyth, she found me. The irony was that even as she desperately begged me to save the world, she brought me news of you. I was stunned, and I was suspicious of her claim that you were searching for me. But then she showed me the key to your hibernation chamber. So she actually did it. We'd been separated ever since I awakened in Teyvat. I searched the whole planet and found no trace of you anywhere. And then she brought me the news at the worst possible moment. I was faced with an extremely difficult decision. Desperately wanted to see you again, but Conria was in equally desperate need of my help. I knew that no matter what I chose, I'd regret my decision for the rest of my days. So I steeled myself against guilt and made my decision. I went to see you. And then, when I found you, you were still in hibernation. Even the key to the chamber was still secure on your person. So you're saying 3 keys existed simultaneously in that moment. I couldn't make sense of what I was seeing. There was no time to think. I just grabbed you and ran. That is where we are right now. An intersection in our memories. The question has haunted me for the past 500 years. I've never imagined that the answer would come to me like this. So my actions 500 years in the future set everything in motion. Are you mocking me, Istaroth? Man, they just had to add time travel to this nonsense. Oh, I hate bootstrap paradoxes. Why can't anybody go with the mini worlds interpretation that accounts for paradoxes? Direidyth succeeded in bringing us together, but unfortunately, it is versions of us 500 years apart. She hoped that the Savior would rescue Conria, save the entire world, but instead, the news she brought led the Savior to make the complete opposite decision. How awful. Is that her fate? Is that how her story must end? Has Conria really been revived? Have you done what you set out to do? Not yet, but I've taken a very important step. Now the ley lines of Conria are complete. I'd always thought the Teyvat's ley lines were locked by the heavenly principles. No. No more can be added, and existing ones cannot be replaced. But then I learned that Natlan's Night Kingdom appeared to be an exception to that rule. It has intrigued me ever since. So I directed the Abyss Order to feign an attack on Natlan, buying me some time to enter the Night Kingdom and negotiate with the Lord of the Night, who has been fused with the Captain. Unfortunately, for other reasons, even the Night Kingdom cannot host any new ley lines. The most I could get was some room to carry out the weaving process. The Lord of the Night did say before that even she can only reconstruct Natlan's ley lines. It's probably for the same reason. Still, I received the Lord of the Night's permission and activated the Loom of Fate. Using an Intivat as the base, I was able to grow a realm based on Conria of 500 years ago, superimposing it over present-day Natlan's space-time. So it is a ley line. The Loom of Fate is just projecting the ley lines of the past over current-day Natlan, which allowed us to interact with Direidyth, which means this is oh god, it's giving me a headache. That superimposition is what allowed you and Direidyth to cross paths. That's what I saw in my dream. She's not lying about that, at least. But what I don't understand is why the Lord of the Night agreed to this. After that, New Conria was enriched with memories of the old, drawn from the Abyss Order's members in the meditation sessions. With those memories as raw materials and the superimposed realm as a template, the Loom of Fate finally finished its work. What I now hold in my hand is the Atlas of a New World. This is the product of the Loom of Fate, holding within it the entire network of New Conria's ley lines. With this, the nation once known as Conria can rise again. Man, nobody who ever says rise again ever is saying anything good about it. One day I will find a suitable host location for it. Why? Why is reviving Conria so important to you? Because you failed? I don't understand. Is it really just because of guilt? You could say something, Lumine. I'm going to listen to you. When I first arrived in Conria 500 years ago, my memory was completely blank. Oh, that's news. It was only after I served as their princess for many years that I slowly began to remember everything, including you. What? Your memories were erased? That sucks! Although that might have something to do with what was going on with, like, Irminsoul. This reeks of Irminsoul manipulation. But recovering old memories didn't simply erase the part of my life I went and... I spent in Conria. I still see it as my second home. That is why my guilt weighs so heavily on me. But even so, that only constitutes part of my motive. More importantly, I wish to speak with the heavenly principles as an equal, and I will need the might of an entire world behind me. Yeah, she does seem like a stuck-up, blockhead. Good luck with that, I guess. I still don't really see you as a villain. No. Oh, is she watching just then? Uh-oh. I don't like the look of that. I don't know why. The way you're holding it just doesn't sound like you at all. I mean, this whole thing, your plan, what does it have to do with us? All along, it's only ever been about us. Goodbye, Ether. We will begin anew at the end of your journey. I don't like the ticking in the background. Do something, moron! Anything! And he could have at least grabbed her. Now I have to be sad and probably talk to her as a Hilichurl. I don't like where this is going.
Our hero is back. Everyone's been waiting for you.
Not everyone, Janssen.
The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsliff's, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
I feel like a rock in the pit of my stomach.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Direidyth's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world.
That is one way of looking at it.
Paimon was looking all over for him, and then he suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
I need some time to take everything in. Oh, great. She's already drunk.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your sister? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your sister?
I did. We had a long talk.
And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, never mind.
Yeah, that is kind of weird that we didn't fill you in.
Now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your sister accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it.
That is actually the only thing that doesn't surprise me. I would have never expected that. No, I would have.
The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Mawika had an argument with the captain. Mawika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines.
Right, we brought it up to it.
She saw your sister's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon's got no idea what's going on either.
Only because we are choosing to leave out details for some reason.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war. Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate.
I don't feel like celebrating. I feel like shit.
I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands. So it's
I'm gonna
one
cry.
less thing for us to worry about.
Time travel stories always get to me. I love time travel stories. I just wish they weren't using a bootstrap paradox.
Don't you agree, Traveler?
Got a point. I still feel like a mess, though.
Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too.
Oh
We'll
no,
treat you
not the
to a
Collective
real
of
feast.
Plenty. There's somewhere else I want to go first.
Huh?
I want to find that Hilichurl.
Eon-san, leave him be.
We need to talk to the lady that you were mad that I was holding hands with.
This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
I'm gonna cry. Poor Direidyth. Return to the cave you were previously in. The cave's not even gonna be there now, is it? It's a really weird spot for a cave, to be honest. Club's still there. For you know it, you've fallen asleep, drowning in a myriad of thoughts. You faintly sense what feels like someone clasping your hand. But this time it sends you into a deep sleep, where sweet dreams await. It's so damn depressing. I feel like crap. I hope the Skirk story isn't anywhere near this depressing. Well, this has been a travesty. A horrific milking of my heartstrings, I guess. Just setting me up for a fall. And I even saw it coming! Ugh! Curse you, Istaroth! Anywho. Thank you everybody for stopping by. I hope I'll probably be spending the next couple days editing this down. This has been a very emotional roller coaster, and when we cut back to the future, I guess the next live stream we'll be looking at is, maybe we'll be looking at the 3.4 live stream for Honkai Star Rail, because that's going to be in a few days. And I will probably prioritize editing that over this, because they don't take as long to edit. There's going to be some more Worlds Beyond in the future, so if you're watching this on YouTube, look forward to that. There'll probably be an episode of Worlds Beyond up on the channel within a few days after this one.
Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
No clue how long those stories are, but given the fact that they sometimes were like anywhere between an hour and a half and 4 hours, I look forward to them being on the longer side. Even though Worlds Beyond is starting to look like it's going through a rough patch, and even though it's on its launch week, I'm still going to stick with it. Well, I'm off to go do my dailies in Honkai Star Rail. Ta-ta for now. If you'd like to stay up to date on what I'm going to be doing and when I'm going to be doing it, you can watch us here at twitch.tv/sheetstreams, or join the Discord, chat with me, learn what I'm going to be doing, and when I'm gonna be doing it.
You think I've got a sharp
Ta-ta,
tongue?
everybody. Stay safe.
I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Shut up, Wanderer.